My name is Abdurrahman. I'm a lecturer at a public university in Kenya. I deliver lectures in computing and informatics. In our last lesson, we discussed about the infinite for loop. And actually, we have seen that an infinite for loop actually lacks a function to exist. And hence, it actually repeats itself indefinitely until a computer crashes. Today, we are going to answer ourselves onto our new question, what is a Java while loop? And onto that particular journey, we are going to define what is actually the Java while loop. We're going to look at its syntax and finally implement it in an Eclipse IDE. So let's start and see actually what it is a Java while loop. Basically, we are saying a Java while loop evaluates a Boolean expression. So basically, it actually evaluates a Boolean expression. And if it is true, this particular Boolean expression, then it will actually execute a statement inside the while loop, and it will execute this particular statement repeatedly until it evaluates to false. Until it evaluates to false, that is the time is going actually to stop. And this Boolean expression must be either a constant or a literal. So the Boolean expression must be a constant or should be a literal. And basically what we are saying, it is that this particular literal must be, if it is actually this literal, actually if it is equal to 0, then this means what? If it is actually equal to 0, it means it is false, and if it is non-zero, then it means it is true. And the loop must have either an incrementer or a decrementer in order to make it actually execute. And basically, there are two types of a while loop. We have got what we call a simple while loop, and what we call this is the first one, and the second one is what we call the infinite while loop. So this one takes actually the syntax of a simple while loop. So a syntax for the simple while loop, basically we are writing here the word while, and then here we'll have what we call a Boolean expression, and then we'll have our opening curly bracket, and then here we'll have up our statement, and here also in our body we'll have our incrementer or our decrementer, and then we'll have up our closing bracket. So basically, if you want to conceptualize it into a DFD, we'll have here our start, and here basically we'll have our initialization, and basically we'll have up our condition, which is a Boolean condition, and if it is true, this particular Boolean condition, then here we'll have up a statement in the body, and then we might have a decrementer and incrementer inside this particular body of statement, and then basically what we are going to have is going to loop itself here. So it's going to loop itself again and again. So here it will go into a loop, repeat itself here as long as it's true. Finally, when the Boolean expression becomes a false, then the program actually ends. So So basically, this is the graphical logic of the particular program. So let us go now to to Eclipse and try to implement up the same. So here we'll have maybe some while loop to display some numbers from 5 to 10. So here basically I'll have int I. I give it up a value of 5, and then I'll have my while loop. While this particular loop, when I is less than or equal to 10, so I'll have my opening and closing curly bracket, and then here I'll say system dot out dot print ln. To my printing, I'm just printing up I, and then basically I terminate. Then I'll have my incrementer here. I'll have my I plus plus and terminate. So let's get up the logic of this particular program. What will it do? So basically the logic of this particular program, it's actually very simple. If here we have got so the logic, so our logic is very simple. If here we have got up I, and then here we have got our incrementer, and here we have got our output. So what will happen? Initially we have initialized I to 5, so here we'll have got our I to 5, and incrementer, so we have to print first of all, so it won't be incremented, so we are going to print up 5. System.out.I to print up 5. So still our I is 5, so and then now incrementer, yes, it's going to increment it by 1, so 5 plus 1, and actually after 5 plus 1 we are going now to check up the condition. Is it 5 plus 1, which is 6, is 6 less than or equal to 10? We are saying actually it is yes, and so it's going to now display 6. So and then we move on. Now our I becomes up 6, and we go now to check, is it 6 less than or equal to 5? Yes, it is less than or equal to 10, sorry. So we are going to take up 6 and increment to 7 and increment to 1, and then it is 7. It's going to print up 7, and then we go on actually take up 7 and check it out. Is it less than 10? Yes, so 7 is going to be incremented plus 1, so it becomes up 8, and then we move on. Now 8, we are going to check it against our condition. Is it less than 10? Yes, so we are going to increment it, and we'll have it 8, and then we are going actually to 9. And look at 9. Actually, is 9 less than 10? It is yes, so we are going to increment it now by 1 and becomes up 10. So after we are bringing up 10, now we are looking at our condition again. Is it actually 10 less than or equal to yes, it is, so we are going to increment it 10 plus 1. So we are going now to ask ourselves, now is it 11? 10 plus 1, it is 11. Is it 11 less than? We're saying no, so it's not going to print it, and actually the program from here becomes up false, and actually it's going to stop there. So basically what happens if you run this particular program, supposed to actually give us these values 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10 only. It won't give us 11 because it's going up to stop on that particular node. Okay, I think now we can go to our Eclipse and run the program. Let us run this particular program and actually see what will happen to it. So when we run this particular program, actually it gives us actually the answers as we expected. They gives out 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10, and this is actually the output. and the logic how we have done it. So for now, we have come up to the end of this particular session. Until on to the next session, whereby we are going to discuss about a do while loop. However, don't forget to subscribe. For now, I say bye.